Constance, what do they call these days where, like, it seems that, I don't know, is it the days that are moving fast, or is it the nights that...
At long days, short nights, long days, such things.
I don't know, but there's just something. Have you noticed that August is cruising so fast?
Yeah, today is what? The 10th, right?
The 10th.
The 10th of August.
We were in July.
I thought July was a bit fast, but August, I don't know. But July was a bit fast, though.
No, August is cruising too fast.
It's cruising?
By the way, August. August. Do you have any idea about this month, August?
Apart from the fact that it's very windy.
Do you know, when you talk of August, what rings in your mind?
What rings in your mind when
What
you talk
rings
of...
in my mind, August, is the 2021 general elections.
Okay.
So meaning, August, we're in August, and the elections are in the second week of August. Now, according to the Constitution, we know when elections will be held. Those days, according to the old Constitution, you had to wait on the sitting president to decide when the elections will be held.
Yeah.
If it's 2021, I remember in 2011, you would say the elections will be held in September, somewhere there. You are in doubt. You don't know when he will announce that, no, now Parliament will dissolve. But now you are very clear to say we are having elections in August. Second week of August. Yeah, I should think so. Yes. So at least we know.
That it's only a year to go.
So now where we are right now, it's exactly 12 months. It's not even 12 months.
Less.
3 months for campaigns. If the Constitution is not changed, where they want to bring down the campaign period from 3 months, 90 days, to 2 months, 60 days, meaning you subtract 3 months, we are remaining with how many now?
We subtract from what?
12 minus 3.
That's
Constance,
10.
please. Ha!
That's 9. That's 9.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not good in maths, but I'm not good in maths.
That's the reason why I chose journalism, so that we should run away from mathematics. Don't bring me on set and then we start talking algebra and everything. Welcome to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet. Kara Buchiba is back from where he went. How was Kasempa?
No, Kasempa was good. A lot is happening in rural Zambia.
Yeah.
When we are in towns, things look different. When
you go
rural
in the
parts of this country, you see a different whole scenario in terms of people's livelihoods. You know, here, of course, I've been all over in rural Zambia, but you find that here you are complaining about load shedding. They don't care about load shedding.
Because they don't have electricity.
They don't have power.
Yeah. So
what is Chinaman load shedding? To them, load shedding is nothing.
Okay.
You are talking about no Amin Shina. Yeah. For them, what is Amin Shina? They are used to draw water from Ichima in the world, you know, just the shallow ones, and life continues.
So which life would you prefer? Staying in the village or town life?
Constance, I'll tell you that it depends with which life you become used to. You know, when I was in Solwezi, most of my life has been in Solwezi. I first came into Lusaka. Okay, I used to come, but officially staying into Lusaka as a Lusakan. As a Lusakan or Lusakian? Which one?
Lusaka resident.
No, you.
Lusakian.
In Kasempa, they are called Kasempians.
Then it's Lusakian.
So here it's Lusakian.
Or Lusakan.
As a Lusakian.
Yeah.
You get my point. But Constance, we'll be back. Let us go for the morning boost and we'll be back.
Good morning, Camnet viewers, and welcome to Morning Boost. I'm so glad that you've tuned in. Let's do some simple basic workouts for you to stay fit and you go about your day. All right, so we'll start with a warm-up for a minute. Let's go. That's 1 minute warm-up to warm up your body. Relax your muscles. Let's bounce. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and how are you? Let's go. So it's gonna be a 1 minute warm-up. Just a warm up, let's go. Almost there. Okay, we're gonna run now, let's go. So we're gonna work out for 3 minutes, and thereafter we'll do a cool down. We're cooling down, let's go. See what I'm doing? That's the movement of my feet. That. I need that from you, let's go. Let's run. Let's go. Very basic today. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, march now. Okay, that was your first workout. Let's go to the next one. Kicks now. 1. Kick and let the blood circulate on your legs. Let's go. 3 minutes workout. After that, you do a cool down. Kick. Let's go. Kick. Bring it to the knee now. Knee high. Squeeze the tummy when you do that. Let's go. Squeeze here. Go. Squeeze here. That's the part I'm working on. Let's go. Easy. Back to running now. Let's go. You need this every morning. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. And kick now. Kick, side kick. This side. Back. This side. Kick. Go. Lift your leg high and kick. Go. 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 And that's all you need every morning. Let's conclude now. Let's go. And let's run. Let's run. Bring in the kick now. Kick. Kick. Again. Kick. Bring it to the knee now. Knee. Knee. Last kicks. This one. And this one. This one. Let's go. And marching. Very simple what you've done today. Looks like you have not done anything. and yet it's able to work out. Let's march. Let's go. You're almost there. It's almost 5 minutes of a workout. So thank you so much for tuning in. Basic workouts in there today, and have a blessed day. And I'm signing out. My name is Isaac Matsa.
Isaac Machisa, of course, giving us those exercising hints of how to put yourself in the mood early in the morning. Good morning, and of course, welcome to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on Camnet Television. My name is Kala Mchima, alongside Constance Mwemba. Yeah, but I mean, there's no harm in making a mistake. It's
oh my God.
Our names.
I'm not going to say anything.
Our names start with MM.
But yeah, but mine is Mwe, yours is Mu. How is that even correct?
Oh, no, just a slip of the tongue.
I see.
I'm sure you like it that way.
No, I don't like the tongue that slips too much. It will slip in a very bad way, terrible way one day.
No, but that's not a terrible way.
It is.
That's not a terrible way.
How? How is not a terrible way?
It's a positive slip of the tongue. Positive, a positive one.
No.
Okay, now today we are discussing something interesting. We are learning. This is a learning cave, and we just want to look at how we are going to be educated on this particular one. Civil servants, let's say district commissioners. How are they supposed to be? Do you have an idea?
You mean politically? Civil servants?
Well, are civil servants politicians, or I mean,
no, but
district commissioners. District commissioners, Constance, you're confusing me.
Yeah, but those are civil servants, right? Are they not? A district
so are they
commissioner,
supposed to come from a political party, or?
No, I think those are supposed to be independent individuals, because the more you are politically inclined, I think the more it will affect your work and some of the things you do. For me, what I've known, even I've talked to some teachers, some nurses, they're usually shying away from politics. It's in the civil servant. In a single so single cambe so in the public in the civil servant. I think their job is just to be a teacher or be the nurse that you are. Do your job, not going about talking about politics. Civil servants and politicians, I think.
Can you separate politics from anybody, especially teachers nowadays?
No, you can't separate politics even from yourself. I don't think you can, because everything is aligned or connected to politics.
Okay, now the question is, especially district commissioners, so you mean they should be non-partisan?
You can support a certain political party, but that doesn't mean you can't come out. I mean, that doesn't mean you should come out and start talking about how much you support this political party. No. Just do your job. Even me, I support a certain political party, but I don't go.
Oh, you do?
There.
I thought you don't. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've now grown.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, later on, Amos will be joining us on the sports show, sports segment
yeah.
As we wrap up the program later on at the end of this show. Of course, Kalampa, Nkana have just bagged their 13th trophy. Do you really know anything about sports, Constance? When did you last go to a football pitch to watch football?
I have never even gone there because I have zero interest in sports. But of course, I know Kana won yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I've been seeing polls.
They didn't win.
They didn't win, but they received so much donations. Where are they receiving donations?
I'm not aware of the donations. I only know that yesterday they were crowned the FAS MTN Super League champions for the 13th time. The last time they won the league was in 2013. Stand to be corrected. So yeah, Nkana is the only team that has that has bagged quite a number of Super League trophies.
But for that, I think...
Most decorated Zambian team, of course.
Yeah, because of the show now, I think I have to start looking at sports. Because I don't want to come here and this, which team is it, Nkana or it's what? I don't know. But anyway, now I've started watching now.
All right, so Amos will be coming on the show much later so that we can be discussing sports and see what's happening in the world of football and of course other sports disciplines. In fact, from today, we're going to be having the sports segment on this show. Now, as we started discussing with Constance, all of us, we thought that the district commissioner should be non-partisan, but Mr. Davis Mwila, the Patriotic Front PF Secretary General, thinks otherwise, and according to him, district commissioners will now start being appointed from the PF structures. So if you're not in the PF structure, don't expect yourself one day to become a district commissioner. As things stand, he says this is the only way that PF members are going to be motivated. He also says this is the only time when cadres, even from the PF, would go walk into the office of a district commissioner, and of course wearing party regalia. So I'm told we have a phone.
We have a caller.
A caller.
Yeah.
We have a caller.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I should believe, because we're supposed to have Honorable Mwenyamsenge all the way from the Copperbelt province, former minister of the Copperbelt, and of course he served in government. He later on left. When he left government, he worked with Chimba Kambwiri.
Yeah.
He was the first Secretary General of the National Democratic Congress NDC.
Party.
But as things stand, we're told that they were trying to form their own political party with other people who came out from the NDC. So we should be discussing with him. But Honorable Mwenyamsenge, you can hold on. Just hold on, or we shall get back to you shortly. I just want you to watch this clip so that you have an understanding of what we are discussing.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so let's just go quickly and see what Honorable Davis Mwila had to say.
We have to appoint people from the structures. When it comes to Budisi, let's not bring people from outside. If whatever she's coming from the structure, we will need more. And that's the only way we are going to motivate our people. Very, very important. Very important. People must know that for them to be appointed, they have to work for this party. That we should not entertain that. We need to identify people who have suffered for this party, and we need to reward them, we appoint them, and they will appreciate and they will look after their friends well. Tafule bachinja manu atyo mwiraisa na regalia ku office kuno yo ine civil servant politics mwafuma kuma party. You cannot abandon the party now. Yeah.
Why are you laughing? The caller is still on. Why are you laughing?
It's funny and interesting. The things he was saying, I think I found them very funny. That this is a man who's holding a very big position in the Patriotic Front, the Secretary General, who's saying you can only be appointed when you support the party. What does he mean by that?
Okay, let's find out from Honorable Mwenyamsenge. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Karen. Good morning.
I guess you are with us. You heard the clip for yourself.
Yes, I heard.
Firstly,
yes.
You can go ahead.
Yeah. I heard and watched the clip. It's so unfortunate, extremely unfortunate that somebody who is holding a very, very high office in the political party and the party that is in government can make such utterances which are detrimental to political growth in our country. But I want to mention one thing. It has been diluted to very low levels. But one thing that ought to be understood, this is the most highest position in a district.
Right.
And such a position can only be given to a person who is highly qualified, who understands civil service administration at a very high level. Probably somebody with even a PhD. If you go back into history, you will recall that before independence, yes, we are district commissioners. The district commissioners that were brought, or rather were running the districts across the country, were of very high repute, and not what we are seeing today. When Kaunda took over, that position was changed from DCs to governors. And you know, the governors, okay, you agree with me that they played a very, very important role. And they tried by all means to make sure that they were non-partisan. When the late President Chiluba took over, he's the one who brought the title DC back. And when this came, was because he was trying to go for a third term, and he needed to create strength on the ground by coming up with these portfolios and giving them to cadres so that they could protect his support on the ground. And that was the beginning. That was the beginning of the fall of the DC position. I recall very well that when we were in opposition and we were campaigning, our late President, Mr. Michael Chilfiasat, he saw rest in peace. Wherever he went, he was saying, once we come into government, we shall scrap out.
Right.
Scrap off the DC position. Now, when he came into government, from nowhere, he changed his position and kept those positions. And he did not move away to try and bring professionalism to that particular position, even when he knew, because he was not governor, and he understood how these offices were supposed to work. Today, we are hearing such statements coming from the Secretary General of the party. How do you expect to unite the nation with such sentiments? Because when we are talking about district or other national development, the civil service is supposed to be cut off from politics. And the highest office is that of the DC and district level. So these people are supposed to, a serious government should try by all means to put in people that are non-aligned, people that would want to perform, people that will really give value to that office. You have this, the appointment of cadres, as you were saying. A cadre doesn't even know anything about civil service. So, for probably 1 year, I don't know what he's going to be doing in that office, trying to learn the ropes. The second year, the third year, we don't know what they're going to do. So basically here, Karen, what we need is for the government to become, all of us, in fact the government, I remove the government from here, to quickly start changing certain things. For example, financial disease. Why don't they show leadership by allowing professionalism? It doesn't care, it doesn't matter where an individual is coming from, as long as he has shown capacity and shown professionalism, he has the qualities, let's give him so that we start pushing development in other areas.
All right. Constance also pushing one or two questions. From your explanation, I get a sense of feeling that the position of district commissioner or district governor, as it was called in the Kaunda days, is losing its relevance each day that passes by. Will I be right to assume like that?
Let's not Yes, it has lost.
Right. So,
Yes.
if it has lost its value, why should we continue having such a position, or is it serving any purpose in the economic development of our nation?
For me, I can tell you, Karen, that that office is not serving any purpose in terms of development. It is not helping in trying to build up linkages with other ministries within the district. And if anything, today we even have total confusion arising, especially with the introduction of the executive mayor, who also wants to say, I'm more senior than the DC in a district. And then you have a DC also claiming to say, I'm more senior. So we are creating power struggle amongst ourselves. And you know, what our colleagues in PF are doing, or rather those in government are doing, is to try to find ways and means of holding on to power. So even when they know that certain things are wrong, but if those things are going to help them to hold on to power, they would rather support it. And that is not leadership. Let us learn to do the right thing. Do the right thing. Doesn't matter whether you'll be condemned, you'll be hated, but it is important to do the right thing. And my appeal to our colleagues in government, my Secretary General David Simwela, it's high time that he also took time to really control his utterances. Because they're not helping them, it is killing them.
All right. I have a lot of questions. Constance?
I just want to find out. You've said the position has become useless now. Does it mean, is it important, or rather can it help us as a country if we completely just do away with the DC position maybe to avoid all those confusions you're talking about?
If you are talking about the lead cabinet, why should you maintain the DCs? If you are trying to be cost conscious, especially in this era in which we are in, why should you keep DCs? If you take time to look at their activities, their roles, what is so cardinal that we can really say, yes, they are very critical in the district because of 1, 2, 3, 4 issues? Those are the questions that we need to ask ourselves.
Right.
So for me, it is possible. As long as we have allowed this situation where we have politicized that office, we have diluted it, that it has lost its meaningfulness and it has lost its direction, there is no need of keeping it. Unless government takes a serious step to revisit and see how we can refocus it, reposition it, and give it the value that it has.
All right.
By having the right people, you can't give these offices to the cadres. And most of these cadres, what qualifications do they have? To so pretend of a very, very learned civil servant. And how would you expect such civil servants to show their allegiance to such a DC? It becomes a problem. Some of these things we just have to face them head on and accept that we are making a mistake and do the right thing.
Right. All right, Honorable Msenge, away from that, quickly, what is the current position with regard to the formation of your political party? When you left the NDC, plans were underway for you to form a political party. What's on the ground now?
after Radika. I've been quiet for some time. Now you want to...
It's important. I mean, you are a public figure, so just want to know what is happening with you. A politician will never be quiet for too long.
Yeah. We have been playing our cards very close to the chest. We had anticipated that the judicial review matter that was taken into Galway High Court was going to be resolved in a short time possible, but it has taken ages. We have since moved a step further and have submitted for a new political party. Currently, we are just waiting for the Resource Society to respond to us whether they are giving us the certificate or not. So we actually tried to come up with a new political party.
Anything that we can look at? What is the name of this party?
You know, we have decided to rebrand ourselves and we are going outside the box. You know, in politics, there are a lot of things that you can do and talk about in politics that you can play. So we are now coming up with our focus because we feel that in Zambia, there is one area that we haven't done very well, and that is in terms of human development. You will agree with me that despite our colleagues in PF putting up massive infrastructure development across the country, all these structures you find that they do not have human resources. There are very few people, few doctors, few nurses, few teachers who have been employed, although maybe teachers, we have so many teachers who have been trained, but they cannot be taken on by government. But we also feel that the Zambian people, we need to be enlightened. So the name of our party is Agenda for Human Development. Our focus is to try and...
Come again? The name of the party is? Sorry, you're saying you can repeat that again? The name of the party that you want to work with or register is called what?
The name of the political party that we have submitted for registration is Agenda for Human Development Party.
Okay, Agenda for Human Development. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, how I wish we had enough time with you. I think I should be organizing for a program where we can sit one-on-one and discuss one or two issues.
I'll be very delighted. I'll be very delighted indeed.
All right. Let us allow you, unless Constance, you have maybe one or two things. Okay, no. Constance says she's done. Thank you so much, Honorable Mwenyamsenge, for your time, and good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. That was Honorable Mwenyamsenge, former Minister, Copperbelt Minister in the PF government, and President Michael Chilufya Sata. And of course, he served as the first Secretary General of the National Democratic Congress, NDC. Now, plans are underway for them to form a new political party called, yeah, I didn't write it. I don't have a pen. What about the
human development, something like that.
Of course. Of course. Right.
Interesting. You know, Kalanavo has been saying, when you are a public figure, careful the things that you are saying. People like you who are public figures, don't just be, yeah, somehow. You know, careful with the things that you are saying. You know, after that statement from the Secretary General, people are like, but what's going on? How do you, just like Mwenyamsenge said, how do you just get a cadre from nowhere and put them as a district commissioner for the entire district, to look up to the district? You know, from that, now we are going to go into teachers, we are going to go into nurses. For you to be employed, you have to support this particular party.
Right.
It's going to go down like that, not until the whole system is destroyed. But
the statement was very loud and clear when you say, for you to be appointed, for you to be appointed, you need to work for this party. For this party. For you to be appointed, you have to work for this party. So you might be right. today you would politicize the position of a district commissioner. Tomorrow you would
be the lower
politicize.
level.
But I mean, this is what's happening these days. You hear complaints that no, those who've been employed in the police service,
Yeah.
and in army.
And the issue of making people pay, teachers, there are some who are saying you have to pay, I don't know how much, 2,000, 5,000 before for you to be on the list of those who are supposed to be deployed. You understand? Now imagine if you get a cadre and put them as a DC, how much they'll be doing for that.
But I'll tell you, Constance,
there's no professionalism.
But I'll tell you that professionalism as this is, you know, I remember personally, I want to say this. I remember those days in the MMG, under Rupia Bozanbanda. I used to admire one woman, Krista Kalulu, as Lusaka district commissioner. You know, the way she would work, Krista Kalulu. I have really no qualms her being permanent secretary. She's now current permanent secretary, State House. The woman would work. She was highly qualified. Even when you say we could rush to go and have interviews with her as district commissioner, even what is coming out of her mouth, and say, okay, we have a leader here. All right? But of late, I stand to be corrected, but this is a fact. District commissioners nowadays, their job, you've heard, they're the ones threatening radio stations, no stop featuring this particular person.
Yeah, perhaps that's why Mwanyamsenge said, though, that the position has become useless now.
I mean, it's not serving any purpose. Their only purpose is, if a leader is going to that area, they should be the one organizing cadres. That's what they're now doing. For them, it's all about politics, like Honorable Davis Mwila said in there. So that nangunimfuala legale ya PF ya party, as he said, I should go in there, nobody should stop me. Those are not my words. We can replay what he said. It's not me. Let's replay the clip again. Let's just go to the clip again on district commissioners. Let's just have a recap of that clip.
We have to appoint people from the structures. When it comes to Budisi, let's not bring people from outside. If whatever is coming from the structure, we will need more. And that's the only way we are going to motivate our people. Very important. People must know that for them to be appointed, they have to work for this party. That we should not entertain that. We need to identify people who have suffered for this party, and we need to reward them, we appoint them, and they will appreciate and they will look after their friends well. I said, no, office, Banta district Sariaba, the office of Chingia Manuatio, we rise and regard the office. Kuno yo identity for servant. Politics, Muafumakuma party. You cannot abandon the party now.
Oh my goodness.
Like, atumulize, where I'm sure atumulize and regard your office. But what's the. Yeah. I don't even know. You know, do you ever feel that feeling whereby you've listened to something that you don't even understand, and then you're like, I think that's how I feel now.
You see, you don't know how to interpret.
Yeah, you've just consumed it, and then you are so disappointed, and then you are just there like.
But I'll tell you one thing. Do you know that even a position of a permanent secretary is losing value?
Of a permanent secretary?
It's also losing value. Permanent secretaries have now become politically aligned. Those days when you hear a PS, these are serious human beings. There's this, what's his name? Mr. Mumba? Mr. Mumba, he's been been coming here, he's been having interviews with Pastor Chiluba. I'm sure you've been seeing him. I met him in the corridors of Camnet, and he was just going live on air with Pastor Moses Chiluba on National Matters. Then he recognized me. He greeted me. Hi, Carla. And we talked. I didn't know who he was. Not until Pastor Chiluba came and introduced me to him. Do you know this man? I said, no. Reluctantly, no, because I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Then he says, this was President Chiluba's principal private secretary. Like, oh, okay. You know, well, you didn't expect.
Yeah.
That's a huge position. But what I'm trying to say is, those people, you wouldn't even know them. You wouldn't even, even the way he would conduct himself when you meet him, you can't even know, because for them, when we interacted, he would always say, for us, it was professionalism. There was no Kadaism in terms of like your conduct or anything. And it's true. Sometimes you wouldn't even know who President Rupia Banda's advisors are, except for, let's say, Dixon Jerry, because every time he has to defend the presidency, speak on behalf of the presidency. But the rest, you wouldn't even know about them. When you talk of a PS, oh, PS, but yeah. You know? Because those are the offices that drive the economy, my dear.
Yeah.
If you hear a controlling officer, you are driving a ministry. You're a chief executive of a ministry. National resources are being controlled by a PS. You are in charge. Now let's take, for instance, this confusion that we are having now, that a DC is appointed from the party.
From the party.
You are just selling alcohol. Cool town center.
Just because we're a staunch
cadre from the party, you become
the
a DC. Then you find this PhD holder working in the district, and you learn hey, can you come to my office? Do you think things can work for Christ's sake?
Oh, I think we
Let's
have
push in a phone call. Good morning.
Good morning, Carla. How are you?
Very well, thank you, sir. Your name?
My name is Reverend Manduli.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning, my lady there.
Good morning, good morning.
When did she become your lady?
Carla,
No. Before.
You're raising, and we really appreciate Camnet TV and you guys, presenters, for bringing these things to the public, so that as a nation, you know, we can be able to dissect all these issues.
Thank you.
It's quite very unfortunate, very unfortunate indeed, I must say, because expressions like the one that you just showed the video of the PSSG, saying that to people that are supposed to be civil servants, serving the general public, not just the interest of a political party where they might be coming from, but because they are holding public office, therefore they become public servants, and their interest should be not only that of the political party that they are coming from, but that of the nation at large. It's the case, if you recall, a few years back in Kabul, where he went and gave a directive, and I think they were saying, if you have served you as a political party, you know, to be able to control the issues of plot distribution, I'll bring a commando from Lusaka. These are very, very unfortunate statements, because Mr. Miller holds a very, very senior position in the party. He is the chief executive officer of a political party. But with those statements, they simply, the direct interpretation of that would be that, you know, they're saying now it's the party and its government. There is no separation between the party and government. It's now the party and its government. I wrote the slogan in the first, during the independence when Hitler came into power. I think for those of us that grew in that era, remember that it used to be referred to as the party and its government. But that's not the way it's supposed to be. The party has its role that it's supposed to play. you form the government. But the government and the people in government, the ministers, the permanent secretaries, just like you have alluded to, the PSS, before, these were depoliticized positions. But now we are slowly seeing them, degenerating into political cadre positions, where people, and even in other very, very important institutions such as the Zambia police, the army. Recently we saw what Dr. Stella, the current Commissioner General of the prison, that statement he made during the launch where the president went to officiate the launch of some police houses, I think it was in Southern Province. These are some of the things that, are really disturbing. And, if the authorities don't see anything wrong with that, we're really in a mess as a nation. And I pray that, God will touch the hearts of our leaders and they begin to reason.
Right.
The way I look at things now, it's like, sorry to just give you this analogy of the prodigal son, who walked away and misbehaved, but thank God that at some point they have to come to their senses. For me, that's the prayer, that I pray that, there'll be restoration of the sanity where, leadership will begin to look at things as they're supposed to be. We are a government of laws. We are a nation of laws, and we're supposed to uphold the rule of law at every level of governance, and I mean at every level of governance. We're supposed to uphold the rule of law. Then we'll be a nation to pride ourselves in.
All right.
But slowly we're degenerating, it is becoming the role of man, and people can just say what they want and act the way they want to act, even when there are clear laws that stipulate how we're supposed to govern ourselves.
Right.
That we're degenerating into animal farm where people can just make statements like that. I think it doesn't matter. These are lives of the millions of Zambians that have been trusted, leadership, to our colleagues that are in power. Not trusting them by the campaign that they launched to say we're going to serve the people diligently and by upholding the rule of law. But when you make these statements like the ones that Mr. Miller is making, it's very, very saddening. And I pray that, even for the clergy in particular, we'll be able to be the mouthpiece of God for the many downtrodden people in this nation.
Right. All right. Isgon, thank you so much for that contribution. But Constance, if you think that was not enough, there was more that came from Honorable Mwila. Honorable Mwila was speaking in Lufwanyama when he was meeting party structures. He also made this statement. Let's quickly hear this statement also.
To solve our opposition from the time Basataba Pangire Party in 2001, that was to quite member of parliament, and we expect a change next year. For you to continue in the leadership, you have to show us that you can work and give us an MP, the MP and all councillors. Tulesango kweba ati ba chairman ba kuno kulufanyama bekala kukarurushi. Those people must be removed. Those people cannot, actually they don't even qualify to stand because they don't stay here in Lufwanyama. Lufwanyama, you are paying the price because you want to continue with the position. You have no representative. Tamukwata wako mirandilako. Namukwata opportunity, namukwata kashita. Aka. Natukwata ma by-election 5. Prove to us that you want to work with the government of the day. Tulangeni atina muitanya ukubomba no buteko buli. Fyonse fikanguka. Kale twaliwo mbere karurushi twasafika pali bashimu kuna musaba wayiminira muriya musala ba opposition and you expect a road takwaba umwana mungandanga alesa alero mbale kutuka tete umpe umwana alesa dana kibila nomba bale tukana edgarunga and they expect that a road will come. No, You need to have your own member of parliament. Uwenu. Bantu apamaba bana banshiwa. Tamuko chokwa kuya nitusako muye.
Constance, why are you breathing?
Yeah.
So now, you see, it's a situation where, when they see you, where people perceive that just because you are Tonga, you are either SDA or you are UPND.
Yeah.
Just because you come from Kasama, you are PF, and you are Catholic, and you are Bemba. No tribalism here. I'm just giving an example. What am I trying to say? Just because this area has got an MP from this political party, meaning you can't take development there. All right? Now, even if there's an MP from this political party, are you telling me all people who dwell in that area are all from this political party?
No, but of course, I mean, there's some perhaps who might have voted for them, but maybe they have a smaller number.
It doesn't matter because...
It doesn't matter, yes, but you know, when it comes to governance issues, I think it should be able to accommodate everyone. When you are a leader, you should be able to take care of every single Zambian, regardless of which party they support. You are the leader, you are the father. How do you segregate? Because he made it so clear. We can play the clip if they want, but he made it clear that Mulibana Vanshiwa. What does that mean?
You are orphans.
You are orphans.
Nobody, because Lufanyama has got a UPND MP.
Yeah.
So meaning that the UPND MP cannot go and lobby for development.
Even though he can go and they will not give them because he's from the opposition.
Okay, let's hear what the people are saying.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Okay, my name is Edward Mtale. I'm calling you from Ndola.
Yes, Mr. Mtale.
Yes, I would love to make a comment or an observation on...
Go ahead,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think as a country and as a people, what the statement that came from Honorable Davis Simula is very disturbing because, I mean, as a country, we should allow different ideologies to be at play. You can't have a situation where everybody should align with a particular party for them to get business from government, for them to be employed by government, and just for them to do anything that will be meaningful or that will improve their livelihood, to be a cutter of PF. The statement, what makes me worried is his further statement to say, we are doing a road in Lufanyama, and upon reaching Chifu Shunkunami, the road
Stored.
That was alarming. It is not right for such a statement to come from a leader. I think leadership calls for tolerance and just allowing other, divergent views to come. Yeah, people should be allowed to even to speak against leadership.
All right. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. We are now cruising into our time.
So I wanted to have a thought. I wanted to say, let there be a reason why people should vote for you. Because the Patriotic Front obviously wants to come back again after 2021 general elections. But what is going to make that Zambian vote for them? The fact that they were saying Mulibana Banshiwa, you know, when you, in as much as it is all politics and he's just perhaps doing campaigns or whatever he's doing in northern province, it has an impact on the Zambians. Looking at the side part of whatever the Secretary General said, the That's why you are not seeing development here, because you have someone from the opposition. That is not right. Whether someone is from the opposition or not, let them put out that picture whereby if someone from the opposition has lobbied for development, we will still take it. So Zambians can know that, okay, the Patriotic Front are a party for everybody, despite of your political affiliation. Right. So what is going to make me or you or anybody out there vote for them? Let them give us a reason. Is it because they are not going to take development to a place where there's an opposition area member or whatever member of parliament?
But this is why I said Constance to say. Because I'm Bemba, I come from Kasama, you are Shuma and PF. No.
But that's
there are other
right.
members who belong to different political parties in Northern Province. Not everybody belongs to the PF.
But
therefore, because there is a political party called A, you are in power and you say, I cannot take development to Northern because these people in Northern never voted for me. No, that is, I agree with you. But I'm also extending that it's not everybody. You are also denying the people that even voted for you, because there are also people who voted for you in this location. At this stage, everybody, you come from Northern, at you are PF, and yet you are not. You come from Southern Province, at you are UPND, and yet you are not. Because the PF flourishes in Southern, the PF flourishes in Western, in every other part of this country. PF presence is there. There's no single part of this nation where there's no PF. All right? Because so regardless of who votes for them or not, development has to go to each and every single. But now we've heard what we are being told there, that a road would stop because going opposition. So those in South, why should we waste money to take development to people where they...
But how do you entice people from leaving the party that they are in to come to your party if you don't do good things for them?
Do you know what? We'll bring a PF commentator or member next week. We promise. That's your task, Constance. Bring somebody from the PF to come and ask those questions that you're asking. Of course, Justus Ntonga says, watching from Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you so much. Lamek Kamanga watching from Mufrila. Lamek again watching from Mufrila. Okay, second text there. Those are some of the messages coming in on Facebook. I saw others coming in, scrolling, but these are the ones that seem to be there. Thank you so much. Yeah, Constance?
Okay, I think we've eaten into the... What time are we ending? It's not...
Don't worry about the time. You'll be told.
No.
Don't worry about the time.
It's not about worrying about the time. It's about keeping time.
No, you're not keeping time. Don't worry about that. For me, I feel like I've just been here for 3 minutes now, and we are just warming up. Let's just...
We have a caller.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you too. How are you?
Hello. Karan and the good lady there. Good morning.
Good morning.
She's not a good lady, please.
In a certain good language, they say monkeys laugh at their own. So, you guys, you are the causes of and the development as journalists. Because as journalists, you do what you condemn. All journalists in Zambia are partly aligned.
Okay.
Either the group at a particular TV station is aligned to the ruling party or it is aligned to the opposition. So you are the first culprits of underdevelopment. You are no professional type.
Okay.
You are journalists, because to me, journalists are the careers of development. And at the same time, they are the couriers of primitivity. Journalists, they are very important. A plane is mightier than a sword. So you guys don't know how important you are. So you just support, like he cutters do. Now you are condemning what Davis will have said, and yet you are worse than Davis, because Davis is not a journalist. You are more important than Davis, because you guys, you interact with more people, and when you start talking on Camnet TV, you are all over the world. Davis is not Gambia, journalists are number one in the forefront of promoting productivity.
Nice.
You are not press sport, you are not professionals, you always want to hate a person instead of looking at something bigger.
Okay. Okay.
Matrix of plunder.
Okay.
It was not Edgar who was in charge.
Okay. Just try to.
I'm talking.
No, because in the best interest of time, I know you are talking. Hello. I know you are talking. I just
let him
want.
put out his point.
Yeah. I hear you. We take the blame. I just want that maybe be precise. Be precise with what you want to say, because you are also now losing us now. Are you there?
He's gone.
I just wanted him to be precise, because for the past two minutes, I couldn't really understand where he's trying to go. But
I think I agree with him, actually.
I do also agree with him.
He's very right. We have a problem as journalists.
We take the blame also.
Yeah, we do, because you find sometimes that we support people because we can't say anything bad about the other person because we don't support them, or we support them. And as journalists, I think we are supposed to be professional people. Call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Not where you know that, okay, me, I support this political party B and the other one, so I can't really go and cover the others. You can't. You've never even been to that press briefing. Like, whatever they say doesn't even make sense to you. If you go there, your story will be changed, you know. I think he's very right.
He's very right. All I wanted was him to be direct. Very right, 100%. And I also agree with him. As the media fraternity, we've also helped to divide this country.
Yeah.
But this is what we are discussing. Even the church is also contributing to divide this country. If you've noticed, the church is also the church. You have a pastor who come and sit there, Pastor Chite, who is aligned to a particular political party. So these are the things that we are seeing. All of us should play our role professionally. All of us should do our part as a citizen, because probably poverty is also contributing, because if somebody is giving you Tuma coins, then you start to divert.
There are so many issues surrounding that as journalists, perhaps why they act like that. There are so many. Okay, I think we should be getting to the sports segment.
Why do you seem to be in a hurry?
I am not in a hurry. I'm trying to keep time. I've told you. Keeping time is important.
No,
we end at 8:45.
No, we've been given...
we've been given some minutes?
Director, just go and give me a signal how many more minutes that you've been... Just give me a signal how many more minutes you've given us. How many more minutes? How many more minutes have you given us? Okay.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. We are told 9 more minutes. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, Amos will be joining us on set. Amore, he calls himself.
The Ray.
The Ray. Amore.
Msika is here. We have you all covered with just 150 kwacha. You can advertise every day from 17 hours to 18 hours. For a 30-second ad, get the benefit of selling your products and services on Msika. For more details, call our marketing department on +260 953 995099 +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467. Email us on info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Amore.
Okay. Amore is here. Why do they call you Amore?
No, it's just something that I've grown fond of, whereby the first time I opened up my Facebook account, it's the name that I started using. And I've had that account, I think, from 2012. So people are used now. It's just Amore. Wherever you go, it's Amore. So I'm used as well.
There was Special Paper One. They would say, why are you laughing?
No, you would have made it special paper 2, not special paper 1.
I don't even remember whether it was special paper 1 or special paper 2.
But we just know those special papers.
Where now, you know what I want to ask? They would say such and such are the same, but
which one is different?
Which one is different?
That was special paper 2.
Special
That's
paper 2.
Yeah.
Okay, special paper 2. Good. So on this set, there's something in common, but only one is
not common.
Is not common.
Yeah,
that's special paper 2.
I think there are 2 things in common.
You can answer.
Yeah, the blue. Both of you are wearing blue and the jeans. And then the second one is that both of you are male and I'm female. The third one is that both of you are dark in complexion. I'm light. See, I can give you more.
But I'm a bit light than Kalan, so...
No, Kalan was a bit light, not until he went to the village.
Yeah. No, Constance is very right. So we give you a mark for that. So you are showing signs of intelligence.
Oh my God, I'm intelligent.
Signs.
Come on.
No, so in that sense, you are very intelligent.
Yes, thank you so much. Give me a fist.
She only forget to say that she's wearing black. But you're looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
this girl was a head girl at her school. Which school were you at?
Okay, can we concentrate? Can we concentrate with the sports?
Breakfast news.
Why
you
are
are
we
head
talking
girl at
about
which
me
school?
and the head girl where I was?
You are head girl at which school?
I was a head girl in Kenya, in Kasempa.
Oh, no wonder why.
I can imagine.
All right.
Okay.
Amore, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. It was a busy weekend in terms of sports. Just bring us to speed with what happened.
Okay, for sports, yesterday the Zambian League came to an end, and we saw Ghana being crowned champions for the 13th time. And it was a bad day for Forest Rangers because they were playing for the title as well, but they were held to a goalless game against Zanaco. But all you know, it was something. It's a league that people were more of. It was a suspicious one at the end of the day. People said no, there were decisions being made that were being unfair. And for me, I hope we won't see some other new things coming up, new appeals. Hope this is the end of it all, so that we start planning for the coming season.
I heard, is it Nkana who had up to 15 hours yesterday to appeal? Is it Nkana or which team?
No, Nkana had appealed, but in fact not appealing. They took FAS to court, saying they were supposed to be crowned champions on a Thursday last week, because that's the day that the games were supposed to come to an end. But looking at Forest Rangers, who had appealed some time back, because they had an unplayed game with against Zanaco, where the game was supposed to be played, but certain players of Forest Rangers were tested positive. And they had to appeal for coronavirus, or COVID-19, as we so call it. And looking at Zanaco never produced any results for their test. So it's an issue of you don't produce results, you don't play the game. So FAS ended up awarding Zanaco the 3 points, which the game was never played. So Forest Rangers appealed to say, how do you give points to a team that never produced results, but we produced results? So the appeal was heard, and Forest Rangers was given a chance to prove, which they failed to prove. Yeah.
Right. All right. So I look at a situation where now, don't you think the league, Zambian League, is now, we can say it's now strong in the sense that now you have to decide the winner on the last day of, as opposed to the league is played, games are played, and you have a run away.
A winner already.
Already, even with the 10 games to go.
You know, when we look at our Zambian League, it's on the 60th position in terms of in Africa. So for me, I feel like it's becoming tough, whereby we are looking at teams like Forest Rangers even contesting for the league, meaning teams are upping their game. So because when we look at it, even no wonder I say Forest Rangers, the players and the coach deserves a thumbs up.
All right. Zanako got the
Fair Play Award.
Fair Play Award.
Yeah, they were awarded the Fair Play Award for them traveling back to the Copper Belt to play Forest Rangers, because at first they never wanted to go there looking at financial capabilities. They said we can't travel at the same location again. The last time we traveled, we spent money. Again, we traveled. But at the end of the day, they did a fair play, and they deserved to be awarded that.
All right. Constance, as we wrap up?
Actually, all I can say on the football thing is that all the best, whatever is going on.
She doesn't know whatever is being.
Actually, if you ask me to ask him a question, I would say, but what's your comment on PF's...
No, unless if that was being done in the field of play.
Yeah.
I would have commented.
But you know, on the international scene, 2 minutes, we are under 1 minute now. Okay, we should be leaving the studio, guys. Yeah. There's one thing in common, special paper 2 again. In Zambia, it's in Ghana, they are red. Of course, in England, Manchester United.
No, it's Liverpool.
No, Manchester United, my friend. Man U is the most decorated team in England. I mean,
if you say so.
No, I'm talking of decoration, my friend. Our trophy cabinet. I'm a Man U supporter.
Are they the ones that they call the Red Devils or something?
Yes.
That's the team.
Oh, the Red Devils, and here we have the. No, kuna lady. Guys, we must go. Constance, you can wrap up the program.
All right, so this was the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV, not just another channel. Thank you so much for watching us. This was
Amore,
the sports analyst. We can call you that.
Amore, the Skankooks.
The Vupra.
The Vupra.
And congratulations to Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred, I'm on you today.
Congratulating him for what?
He's a Ghana fan. Of course.
Oh, really? Nice.
I'm a team Imagine if Forest Rangers won.
That was the case.
There could have been fire right now from insults. We couldn't have rested on Facebook. But anyway, let's not talk about insults.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye.